High Jams Radio.
Welcome to Between the Notes, brought to you by High Jams Radio. Paisan Kapitan with you once again. Thank you so much for tuning in. We certainly appreciate it. Want to remind you, please, before we get started, hit subscribe, hit like. It's very important. You'll get notified every time there's a new show, and you'll help us grow this show. And hopefully you want to do that because we want to keep coming to you each and every week here on YouTube and all the other platforms where people are listening. And another reminder, listen to High Jams Radio on iHeartRadio. You'll love it. All right, now listen, we always have amazing guests on the show. We always have celebrity singers and producers and all kinds of stuff. Tonight, we've got an actor, a superstar actor that you know and love. And normally I improvise my introduction, but tonight I'm going to read it because I want to make sure I cover all the amazing things that this guy's done. So bear with me 1 second. Our next guest has been called the man of many faces by casting directors across Hollywood, and for good reason. You've seen him on some of the biggest shows on television, from True Detective, NCIS, Blacklists, all kinds of stuff. And now he's stepping into two of the most talked about series in the world. Season 3 of HBO's smash hit Euphoria, along Sydney Sweeney, and Apple TV's Sugar, starring Colin Farrell. Guy's everywhere. But here's what makes his story different. He was born in Armenia, came to the United States at 10 years old, built a successful business, and then, when most people are thinking about retiring, he made the bold decision to chase his passion to start over in Hollywood. And now, he's working and he's thriving. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for actor Jack Topalian.
Hey.
Sorry, man. That was a long build up there.
How you doing?
I flubbed a few words, too.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Good to be here. Thanks for
Good to meet
me.
you in person. You know, a lot of people over the years were telling me, hey, you got to have Jack on. You got to have Jack on. And we never really crossed paths. So I'm glad that we had some mutual friends that helped that happen.
Well, it sounds like we have a lot of mutual friends, but my cousin Gary finally put us together. I guess you guys have known each other, and here I am.
He's a great guy. And I'm going to find a way to get him involved in the show sometime soon. I don't know.
I think you should.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for coming in. Congratulations on your career. Did I flub anything in that introduction?
No. Born
Pretty much
in Armenia, residing in America since the age of 10. No, you got it all.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now you started acting in your 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Most people at that age, they're thinking about, what am I going to do when I get put out to pasture? But you decided like that's the time to really start over. I mean, was that courage or was that a little bit of insanity?
I think everything in between. It was just one of those things that happened accidentally.
Yeah.
I didn't really plan on it. It just happened, and then it felt right, and I just went with it. And just like anything else, I come from a world of business, so anything that I do, I sink my teeth into it, literally. If I feel good and I think I could, make some roadway in there, I try it. I do it my best. I don't do anything half. I just go all the way in. So it was something that just kind of fell on my path, and I went with it, and here I am today. So I still got a long way to go. I mean, I'm nowhere near the top, but I still have many different things that I like to do in this world. So.
Yeah, of course. You had success in business first. You were saying, everything you've done was successful. And when you stepped into acting, did you feel like a beginner again? Kind of like you walked in thinking like, all right, so I've won in life, and now I'm just playing. Like, where was your mindset when you got into acting?
It's a pretty interesting question. I feel like the first time I was on set, I feel like being in school on the first day.
Yeah.
Where you're the new kid, everybody knows everybody, but nobody knows you.
Right.
And, you want to make a good impression on everyone. So, the best you can do is come prepared, and what I had to do. But of course, it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And it still is to this extent. I mean, I work with some really big names in this industry, not only in front of the camera, like Denzel Washington or, Rob Reiner, Woody Harrelson, but I've also worked with a lot of great directors and writers. So, they have certain expectations. So I have to be able to be very professional, but at the same time, it's not like, it's fun, it's loose. So you kind of have to come and be prepared, be able to do it, and enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah,
it's a business at the end of the day.
Yeah, 100%. But let's go a little bit deeper with that. Like, was there a moment you realized if I don't do this now, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm one of these guys that I never look back in life.
Yeah.
If I want to do something, I do it. I never want to wake up one day and just say, I wish I'd have done that.
Yeah.
That's just not in my nature, you know?
Yeah.
And, we had this conversation earlier. I was at an event today and we were just talking with a couple of guys there. And I think of myself, I'm like a shark. I got to constantly keep moving.
Yeah.
Because if I sit still, I become stale. But
yeah.
I'm always looking for new ways to improve myself.
Yeah.
How could I elevate myself and my game and achieve other things? And it doesn't matter what age you are. I think, you could do it at any age if you have the desire and the drive and the determination. And so I don't want to, cut myself short in any way.
I think it was like Rodney Dangerfield. He was like in his late 50s, I think, when he got discovered. And so you anytime.
Samuel Jackson. I mean, there's a bunch of Morgan Freeman, a bunch of actors that kind of bloomed very late in the industry and other industries as well. So I think like Jesus. Nowadays we got presidents who are running in their late 70s.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
So acting is one of those things that you could evolve over time, especially a guy like me. I'm very much a character actor.
Well, you're also a better actor than most of the presidents. But anyway, I just want to say.
I would hope so. Yeah, they're terrible at acting and a lot of other things. But being a character actor is good because over time, there's other roles that could infill. So.
Yeah, but that I have a question about that I kind of had for later. But since you brought that up, I'm going to bring it up now. Being a character actor, and you've got some very distinct features. You have some very clear attributes of your character. Has that ever worked against you? Like, I can't see this guy as anything else, because you've always got that character you're known for,
It's funny. I always get cast for, not always, but sometimes I'll get cast for certain things that I'm like, I don't think I'm right for this.
Okay.
But it's not my job to do, to kind of decide.
To make that choice, yeah.
Yeah, because the casting director, first of all, makes the suggestion, and then the producers and the director make the final decision.
Sure.
So if they see me playing a particular character or a particular ethnicity, then that's what I am. And I've been on set and I've learned, like I played an Afghanistani warlord, Afghan warlord. And they had to teach me Pashto, the language of Pashto. I had to literally learn it.
Wow.
So if they see me like that, then I dive all in, even though I may not see myself like that.
Sure.
But as an actor, you have to kind of adapt.
You got to do it.
That's what you got to do. So I've played Italians, I've played Greeks, I've played obviously Armenians and everything else in between. So
I love it. You've been on obviously a lot of big shows, Euphoria, Sugar, True Detective. What's something about Hollywood that people think is glamorous, but it's really more like nonsense?
Interesting. Well, the process of filmmaking.
Yeah.
What you see is the final product. I mean, it's a lot of hard work. So usually we're on set 12 to 14 hours a day, sometimes more.
Yeah.
Sometimes
more waiting than shooting, right?
Yeah. And there's a lot of hurry up and wait. So the scene that you see could have taken 2 days to do.
Yeah.
So we may do a line and then they have to change the camera direction.
Yep.
And then we have to go back to our trailer and wait an hour or two. They have to get the lighting and everything set up. So that part of it is not necessarily glamorous. There's a lot of downtime, if you will.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult because, I come from theater, so I've done theater training.
Sure.
Theater is very organic and it's happening as it's evolving.
Right.
Film and television acting is very different because if I have to play a particular intense scene, as an example, then once it's cut and I have to do it again now with the other actor, I have to bring that intensity, even if it's 6 hours later.
Right.
I have to be at that same level.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think most people don't realize.
Yeah.
So behind the scenes, it's a process, and you have to be patient, and you have to be prepared.
And you got to be good. You're good, kid. You're good.
Well, appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the directors and the producers make that final decision because they'll have us do multiple takes.
Right.
They'll redirect us, make it stronger, make it louder, make it funnier, whatever the case may be. And they decide, and I go, but every actor, I'm one of those. I'm like, can I do one more, one more? You're never satisfied because you don't think you got it, but they decide.
And there's a lot of people I've heard over the years, certain actors, I think even Jim Carrey, who said that people laugh at him on the set because he stays in character in between these takes, even if it's for hours, so he doesn't lose that edge.
He's what we call a method actor, and I've worked with a couple of them. Method actors, basically, you've heard the term. Method actor. Jared Leto is one of them. Denzel is semi-method actor. That means they stay the character the whole time. Not only when they're on set, when they go home, when they're driving, when they go to Burger King, whatever. They're always that guy, like, you know, and it's intense. Like, I remember doing The Little Things, and Jared Leto, an Oscar winner, you know, he's a very much a method actor. We were told right from the moment, like, don't say hello to Jared because he's like, he plays a psychotic killer, and he would walk around and give us all these like dirty looks. And, like that. And in the movie, he comes across very scary, but he was like that when the cameras were not rolling. So that's a whole different type of training. I am not that kind of an actor. I like to like become myself and then go back in character when the cameras start rolling.
I love it. So Armenians, they're, from what I've learned in my wonderful 17 plus years in this culture, they're hardworking, business-minded, hustlers, money-driven, successful culture. Did anyone, when you decided to walk away from your business and say, I'm going to be an actor, did anybody in your community go, bro, what are you doing? Are you crazy?
Not my community, but my wife.
Your wife?
My wife said, what are you thinking? You know, and I have 3 beautiful children. Now they're older, you know, in their 20s, but at the time they were much younger. And my parents, my dad goes, what you talking about acting, you know, and you know,
that's what I mean.
And I hear his voice, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, I believed in myself, and I still believe in myself. And, you know, I'm a very determined guy. In fact, when somebody says I can't do something, that's kind of the juice that feeds me. And I say, oh, really? You know? So that gives me the energy and the juice. Not to spite somebody, but because I believe in myself, that kind of gives me more motivation. Because then not to prove it to themselves, but to prove to myself that I could do this. So it's, you know, it was a crazy thing to do, especially later on in life. But, you know, I mean, I believe in myself, and I'm going to keep doing it.
I love it. So. And you're doing a great job at it. So you have a lot to believe in. It's excellent work. And you've played everything. You've played so many different characters, authority figures, mob types. But be honest, how much of that mob guy, tough guy that you do all the time is really in you?
What a question. Well, I'm not connected to any bent-nosed guys, if you're asking me. I may know a few people here and there, but, you know, it's like I travel a lot. Like when in business and in life, we like to, you know, my family and I would like to travel. We've been to, you know, many places over the world, and I study people. And it's, you know, and I think that brings something to my acting abilities. Especially I'm more of a seasoned guy. You know, like a lot of young actors, they have to dig for certain things. For me, I can say, hey, I was sitting at a cafe in Italy and I saw a guy doing whatever, and then I could, you know, that's something I can pick from. Or whatever the case may be, right? So I think that's helped me being able to portray some of these different characters that I
love that,
And, you know, obviously, you know, we have friends of all types, and then the rest of it is just imagination. Now, I'll say something, you know, the mob and all that stuff, it's fascinating to watch, and it's one of my favorite genres, too.
Of course.
But, you know, obviously, when you're watching it on television or in movies, it's elevated. It's got to be entertainment, you know? Like real mob guys don't go around saying, hey, how you doing? How you doing? You know? Or maybe they do. Maybe they don't, you know? Who knows? Well, you're.
I grew up in New York, and I'm Italian, and I could tell you, Uncle Harry and Cousin Kenny, they definitely talked like that. And
I got a couple of good friends in New York Italian. In fact, Chaz Palminteri is one of my good friends, and you know
great guy from what I hear. I haven't met him, but
amazing person. You know, Bronx Tales based on his life, and I've been around him and his friends, and like get. You know, it's like the way they talk, it's like they're like in the Bronx, in the hood, you know, and it's beautiful. It's kind of got its own how would I say? It's like music almost. And it's got this flow, you know.
FU is hello in New York. Well, hey, Joey, FU. Hey, FU too. You know, it's all hello. That's how we greet each other.
I love it when sometimes somebody will say, like Chaz, for example, like somebody will say something to him and he'll look at him and like,
Yeah.
Like he's not believing it.
Yeah.
It's just done in fun, and so, you pick up on those little things. So if there's an opportunity for me to play a character like that, then I kind of know the hand gestures, the vocal tone, all of that. So
I love that.
Yeah.
And you're the, so you, like basically you just said it, but you're the guy in the cigar lounge that's not telling Hollywood stories. You're watching for new characters. Right?
Yes and no. Yeah. Yes and no. Absolutely. I mean, I think we as people, we're always studying.
Yeah.
I mean, you, me, anybody.
Sure.
I mean, you go to a Starbucks, you
pick up stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. You see somebody writing on their computer. You see the barista, the way they pour their coffees and stuff like that. So we all kind of pick up these little things.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
A lot of people watching right now, they feel like stuck. They're in a career they hate. They're in the life's not going exactly the way they want, but they still have dreams.
Mm-hmm.
You rewrote your story in your 40s. What can we tell these folks to inspire them that, hey, it's not too late? What would you say to somebody like that?
I'd say if you have something that you believe in strong enough, pursue it. But just wanting something is not enough. Dreaming of something is not enough. You can't dream, I want to fly to space. You got to kind of train.
Yeah.
So if you want to pursue acting, for example, or anything else you want to do, I think you have to understand it. You have to study it.
Yep.
You have to train for it.
Yep.
Be prepared. Like when I wanted to get into the acting, I didn't just jump in front of a camera. I actually studied. I went to school. I took acting classes. I went to ACT.
Right.
I did a bunch of things to prepare me for that.
Yeah.
And I still do from time to time.
Sure.
Even though I'm a working actor, that doesn't mean that sometimes I don't go back and, redo certain things.
Professional ball players still practice. Everybody practices. You got to practice if you want to stay hot.
Go to the gym, build those muscles back up. You got to stay in, so acting is the same way. You got to keep those muscles, in tune all the time. So I would say to somebody that wants to do that is do it, but don't have any fantasies about it. I think when it comes to the acting part, I think a lot of people, or maybe I'm wrong, not a lot, but some people, they think automatically, you're going to get whatever. And that may happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I've had people come to me and say, I have this look, and I think if a casting director met me, they would cast me in all these movies. Well, I'm saying, look, there's a million people out there that are vying for that one job, for example, right?
I know those people.
It's like, look, I love Italian food, right?
Yeah.
Like if somebody's got a great lasagna menu, that's not enough to open a restaurant on, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to have more to it than just that one lasagna, right?
Exactly.
So it's that same concept.
I got people like that at my church that think the pastor will want them. Pastor's married, happily married, and he's living in God's life. And they're like, the pastor likes me. God told me.
Okay.
What's wrong with you?
They heard voices.
You're not hearing God. You're hearing other voices.
They heard voices. Yeah. Somebody was telling them that.
So anyway, I know those kind of people is what I'm trying to say. We're going to play this. I got a couple things of you I want to play.
Okay.
One, I want to play, you got this amazing theatrical trailer that shows a bunch of clips of all these wonderful, not all, but a lot of the wonderful things you've been in. So I'm going to play that a little bit later. But you're also working on a project right now called The Cost of a Life.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's not out yet. And I don't want to preload it and get people excited for something they have to wait for, but tough. I love it. The trailer has got me it's very exciting. So what I want to do is play that in a minute. Can you tell us a little bit about Cost of a Life?
Yeah, it's a detective story. It's basically about a detective whose life has fallen apart and trying to build his life back together. And along the way, he finds this young woman who's in trouble. And in order to redeem himself, he helps her out, and they both kind of go through this journey together. So it's a story set in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of underworld activities, but it's a very character-driven piece, and the characters that I've written are very relatable.
Yeah.
They're real people. There's no spaceships flying or anything.
Yeah.
That's not
no CGI.
Yeah. I mean, I like to write about real things.
Yeah, I like that too.
So because as an audience member, I like to watch movies that I can relate to some of the characters and I can go on the journey with them.
When I was a kid, random sidebar, I loved Spider-Man. It was my thing. But now they make all these Spider-Man movies with guys with 17 arms and everything else. I'm out. I can't. I want them to beat up real bad guys. Guy robbed the bank, beat him up. That's what I want.
Exactly. It's like, I mean, I think that's what's missing in Hollywood to a certain extent is adult-oriented films, not like adult movies, obviously. Movies that are character-driven movies, but still have a plot. Yeah. They still have plenty of action and story that captures the imagination, or they can go on this journey, Yeah. And it could be made on modest budgets, So this is something that I've been working on. I got a production crew together, we're in like pre-production. We got a couple of attachments to it, but it's only one of the projects that I have going on right now. I got a couple of other things I don't want to discussed yet.
All right.
But there's some interesting things.
It's not very nice. You can't tease stuff like that on the show and then not deliver, But you'll come back then.
I will happily come back and tell you more about that. Yeah, sure.
Will you stick around while we play this trailer? I had my producer, we have a new producer, Angelica. I had her call and get Gary here, your cousin that you were talking about. So he's going to be joining us in a minute.
Okay.
All right. So stick around for that. Let's play this trailer and then we'll come back. And we'll have some more fun with Jack and Gary coming up next on Between the Notes, High Jams Radio.
There is a price we pay for the life we choose. And it was no different for a cop like me. You see, all I ever wanted was to take care of my family and to protect them from the dangers around us. But life had other plans and gave me its own course. It was unfair and cruel, and it tore me apart. This is the City of Angels, where young people come from all over the world to find stardom, live their dreams, and get engulfed by its glamour. Amongst the palm trees, the nightlife, and the beautiful sandy beaches, Los Angeles is really heaven on earth, and anything seems possible. There's another side to Los Angeles that most people never get to see. And if you're not careful, it will corrupt your heart. And the one who holds all the power will not give you a choice. These dark and filthy streets, life has no meaning, and there is no escaping our past. But I won't stop. I will find the answer.
There are places you go, and then there are places you're invited into. Welcome to The Reserve, Los Angeles' private, members-only luxury cigar lounge and car vault, where discretion meets distinction. Behind closed doors, a select circle gathers, surrounded by rare automobiles, refined conversation, and an atmosphere designed for those who expect more. Inside, you'll discover one of the most thoughtfully curated cigar collections available, featuring exceptional blends from around the world, selected for those who truly understand the craft. The Reserve is where luxury brands align, high-level clientele connect, and where every detail is intentional. And for those seeking an exclusive, one-of-a-kind setting for your next event, we invite you to connect with us and experience The Reserve. Now booking at 213-889-8888. The Reserve, Los Angeles.
High Jams. Welcome back to Between the Notes, brought to you by High Jams Radio. Paisan Kapitan in the house. Thank you so much for joining us. We are having a blast with international superstar. Like that? Jack Topalian. What's up, baby?
Hey, man. How you doing?
International superstar. You like that? Now you're going to have to do some films with some Chinese dubbing and all that other stuff.
I love to, yeah.
You kill teacher. I kill you.
I gotta brush up on my karate skills, man.
Listen, before we introduce Gary, because, I told you, we got him here. We're good like that. We're
no, man. You don't mess around. You get him right there. Yeah.
A crack staff here. They're all on crack. Let me ask you, what's harder in Hollywood? Getting the part and making the money, or getting the respect and getting recast? You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to get a part in Hollywood,
right? And
to make that cash. But is it harder than like showing up again and they want to use you over and over again? Or
well, I think getting the part is very hard.
It's the hardest part,
right? Because
you prove yourself once you do the part.
Yes and no. I mean, obviously, you got to go through a casting process, and believe me, I've done plenty of auditions. I've never gotten it, and I was good for it. But then I see like who got it. Sometimes I'll rewatch those shows.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily mean there's a guy that looks like me or sounds like me. Maybe somebody totally different. They went with a different direction.
Yeah.
So I learned not to take that personally, like, oh, I didn't do a good enough job. It's just a numbers game at the end of the day. So you just have to do your best. So getting the job is very difficult. But then once you're there, you have to be able to do, like I was saying earlier, you have to be prepared. So hopefully they remember you and what you did.
Yeah.
They go, oh, okay, we can see him maybe doing something else. I mean, look, it's a business.
Yeah,
100%.
And they have, what I found in my short stints of acting, they have something usually a lot different in mind than what they're presenting to you at the audition.
Oh, yeah.
Or someone later comes in and says, no, I want it this way now. Because I'll just give you a quick example. I was, in the 90s, I was auditioning for an MTV hosting job for like a summer party thing or whatever.
Right.
And I killed it. I killed it so much that they brought in other people to see it. And, when you like, I nailed this.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. And I didn't even get a call back. And I was shocked because most time, you never know what's going to happen. But this one, I was confident. They, if they were calling producer after producer, got to hear this guy, got to hear. And then Caitlin, they gave it to. Remember him?
Kidding, of course.
You remember
him? Yeah.
And he sucked. He did such a horrible job. And I was so bitter at home. But, that's how it goes. You never know.
It goes. And quickly, if I can, the reverse has happened to me where I've gone in and I've completely botched the whole audition.
Yeah.
Like I forgot my lines. I completely said different lines.
Yeah.
And then, I've like apologized. Hey, sorry for wasting your time. And then I walk out. I get a phone call. They loved you. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
That was, so you never know.
It's a bizarre thing. Yeah.
Honestly, if anybody could put their finger on this works, no. I'd buy that guy a drink, every day of the week and twice on Sundays to get his secrets, because there's no secret, really. Oh, yeah. You just have to kind of keep at it.
I love it. Yeah. We have another special guest here. We like to do on this show. What we do is we have somebody that's involved in the acting world, the music world, some kind of celebrity that's really killing it, right? Representing the Armenian culture, all that stuff. But we also like to bring in people that also represent the culture in the real world, and not just in an entertainment kind of position. And this guest tonight is the Senior Vice President and Branch Manager for, it's First Foundation Bank, but it might change hands from what I hear. We'll get into that. He's over there at the Sherman Oaks office. Stop yawning at home. Stop yawning. I know it's banker. You're thinking boring. He's not. He's a great guy. He's not just a banker, though. He's the pulse of the community. And he brings people together. He goes out of his way to make sure everybody is doing well in their business, with not just with their accounts, but he's just a great guy. And I wanted you to meet him. So please give a lot of love to Gary Ketenchian.
Gary.
Gary, how are you?
I'm fine, Paisan. How are you?
I am so happy you're here.
Same here. It's about time we see each other.
Let me tell you something right now. I did not lie with any comment I made right there.
Yeah.
You are one heck of a good guy.
Thank you. You are
such a pleasure knowing you. I've known you for a few years now, and you go out of your way to do whatever you can to help others, including us. High Jams. You've reached out to different people. You helped us secure Jack for this interview, and you're just a darn good guy. How'd you get that way?
That's how I was raised. From my parents, from my grandparents.
Yeah.
Being Armenian, a lot of times, like when the kids grow here, right? They see mom and dad, but we were fortunate enough, like. Be raised by our grandparents.
Yeah.
And that's a different feeling. They teach you all the right things.
Yep.
And it has to come within you also. You have to have the heart, inside of you. I think we're born like that.
Yeah.
When I make somebody happy,
yeah,
that's the most important thing for me.
Good. Yeah, it shows. It's genuine for you.
I watch a lot of those videos on YouTube or on, when somebody comes, gives somebody money and stuff.
Yeah.
Some of them may be staged, but the whole idea is like...
Feels good.
Yeah. And my dream is one day if I hit the lottery, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk around and help people to see the smile on their faces because... I cry every time I see that. It's just it's a good feeling for me.
Also, your estrogen could be high too. You might have high estrogen. Get that checked.
It could be.
It happened to me. I started crying in commercials. So I get it. It's all good. So listen, you've been in the banking business over 35 years, which means you've seen everything.
Yeah.
Now, be honest.
Yeah.
Is there a moment you've looked at someone's account and said, "What the hell is this guy doing with his money?"
Yeah.
You felt bad, like the guy was, not really being responsible when he could have been.
Perfect example. 1980 till 1989, I worked at Sherman Oaks in a parking lot.
Yeah.
And then when I was getting married, I'm like, I'm going to walk into the bank and ask for a job. And then when I
Wait, what do you mean you worked at parking lot, like valet or something?
No, it was a parking lot of the bank and the hospital, Sherman Oaks Hospital and the bank, City National Bank. So I walked in 1989. I walked into to the bank, and everybody knew me because they've known me for years. Anyway, the manager, I asked him, I need a decent job. I want to get out of this parking business. And she goes, okay, we have a customer service position. So without interview, they gave me the job.
Okay, nice.
So that's how I got started in 1989. And the reason I went to that, I wanted to tell you. So when I was in the parking lot, people used to come with Rolls Royce, with all this expensive car. I'm like, man, how much money these people have? When I started working in the bank, I noticed they were covering their overdraft. So they were overdrawn every day. They come into the bank, not deposit their money to cover their overdraft.
Yeah, you thought they were coming in with deposits.
The outside is not what's inside. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's...
When someone walks into your branch, though, and what's more important to you, like... what you see in their account or what's going on in their life?
No, I tell everybody it's not about the money. It's about the person. And for me, money is not an issue. If somebody has $2,000 or has $2 million, I treat everybody the same way.
Yeah.
Because that's the right way. And you don't know. I knew bankers, actually. They used to do investments like for $2,000. Oh, I'm not going to do this investment. But that's the right thing to do. The person has $2,000, invest it.
Yeah.
Then the big one will come. But there were people who were refusing. That's not the right way. You always have to help people.
Yeah.
And that person will know somebody that's going to refer you.
Or he may be down today, but someday he's up and he's going to remember who helped him. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I have clients, we've been with me from the parking lot. And you remember me as a parking attendant. Now they're clients for life, 37 years. I'm going to my 37th year.
Were you throwing money at Jack when he was a struggling actor?
Gave me a line of credit. Here's a line of credit, but you got to pay it back every month. Otherwise, the interest. No.
Hey, it's better than other actors who have other lines.
No, of course I'm kidding, man. My cousin Gary is like a big brother to me, honestly.
But you've helped a lot of Armenian families over the years. And is there any story that resonates with you? No names mentioned, but anybody that you got to be involved with that made you feel real good, that you saw them have some victory in their lives or something?
I mean, top of my head, no. I'd not necessarily Armenian, but I've seen people, for example, one example I'm going to tell you, I have this client who opened up the Sherman Oaks. It opened up a place called Crema. Mm-hmm. They do like coffee and things like that. I mean, I'm so proud of them because they succeeded. I had another client, same way in Culver City. They open up, now they have 25 employees.
Yeah.
And we give them a small credit card. We give them a line of credit. Now they're booming.
Yeah.
And that makes me proud. Every time I remember and I tell them that, like, this is like a real American story.
It's kind of funny. High Jams doesn't have a line of credit at his bank, but we do bank there. I guess maybe because I'm Italian, he's racist.
I know that. I know that.
Well, along those lines, and we're having fun here and cutting it up. I do have a serious question. Armenians are in the news lately with this fraud stuff, right? And while there has been, a number of Armenians that were involved in that kind of stuff, as well as, Russians and a bunch of things. The great majority of Armenians are great people, amazing people. I said earlier when I was talking to Jack about some of the accolades and what they're known for, smart in business, inventors and entrepreneurs. Does it bother you that there's a blanket name right now, a label on the Armenian community?
Like a lot of my clients, they're not like, I have clients Armenian. It's mixture. Basically, I have clients in every ethnicity, religion. One thing, when people tell me, why you get upset when it's Armenian and it's not, they all do it. I said, I agree with you. Being Armenian, it will hurt me. If I'm Italian, and it's Italian, I'll hurt me. If I'm Japanese, that's what it is. We just take pride what we are, who we are. When they say we're nationality, I say I'm Armenian, right? So that's what it is. And the good or bad, when Dr. Oz labeled Armenians like that, I was way against it. Yeah. That's not the way it should be. You just don't label because people did that. Everybody does that.
Every culture has their trash.
You don't say that. Yeah. You don't say that because Armenian. No, I've been here. Actually, next year will be 50 years I've been in America.
Wow.
We left 1977. Actually, Jack and I, we left together. I mean, we met in Italy together.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
That was the way everybody went back then, right? They went to Italy first and then...
for 3 months. In fact, his mom and my mom are sisters, and Gary's my older cousin, and when we were coming to America, they left like a month before us, and they were in Rome. So when we came to Rome, they were already settled. So they kind of showed us around. Yeah. And we stayed there for 3 months.
That was in 77?
77.
That's when my wife came here.
Well,
from Italy. She came through Italy. Same thing.
Yeah.
What's interesting, like when I saw him, I was like, what you guys are doing here? I didn't know, like, that was amazing.
We would all stay in this one hotel.
Yeah.
And then, you stay there for like a week or so, and then you'd have to kind of rent a house. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
In fact, I told you this 2 years ago.
I saw the picture.
I took the kids back to Rome, and we ended up going. And I said, "This is the hotel we stayed at."
Nice.
It was so cool just to kind of revisit that.
I mean, it was different times. I had a job there. Used to work in a gas station.
Yeah. Hey, whatever works.
I mean, it was like, wow, like 15 years old, I have my job. Like
from the gas station to the parking lot to the senior vice president of the bank, baby. I love it.
That's right.
Perfect success story. Yeah. So on the flip side of we're all annoyed by this stupid blanket
of course
thing. But on the flip side, tell us something amazing when it comes to financial and money and business that Armenians do well, so we can give them some love.
We have a lot of great Armenians. My favorite is Kirk Kerkorian. He's my favorite. I wish he was alive. Every time you go to Vegas, one of the things drove me to Vegas because I know it was Kirk's Vegas.
Yeah, that's true.
That's He was actually somebody I look up to. There's a lot of great Armenians. We're talented people.
Amazing
what can you
people.
Say? We're talented people. We have great Armenians.
One of the things that drives Armenians, I think, having come from the genocide and being kind of spread out all over the world, there's a certain determination that our people are builders.
Yeah.
They like to work with their hands. They're creative. So when we come to a country like America, and America gives you lots of opportunities.
Yeah.
They don't, most 99.9% of the Armenians are hardworking people.
Yep, 100%.
They follow the rules, they follow the laws and things like that, and they make something of themselves.
Sure.
And they become success.
And they make something of the society, which is what, as an American citizen, that's what we want. We want people to integrate here that actually help make our country great.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. You made it a little bit better than it was the 100%. Way you found it. You know? So I think, and not just Armenians, but I think if you look at all immigrants, whether they came from Italy or China or Japan, wherever they came from, they have this determination to succeed because maybe back in their countries, they didn't have that opportunity,
Well said.
So,
well said.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we covered a lot of good things there, Gary. And I'm telling you right now, you're a hell of a guy.
Oh, thank you.
I got nothing but love for you.
Thank you.
I want people to know at home, you're not on a boat. I know they see you going back and forth during this interview. He's on a swirly chair. So just in case you thought he was interviewed at the docks, he's actually in studio right now. He's a good man.
But can I say something?
Yes, please.
When we talk about Armenians, right?
Yes.
The family, it's like Italians. We're so, I don't know, one time we were probably the same people.
Yeah. No, we definitely are. Our cultures are almost identical.
It's just so amazing, right? And it's all about familia, about our, we're proud. We're proud to be who we are, and for me, the most important thing is like when I go somewhere, they say, "Who are you?" I'm Armenian.
Yep.
I say it with pride.
Yep.
I mean, I don't care what happens, it doesn't matter.
Sure.
We all are Armenians, and we always like when some Armenian does something like an athlete or anything in sports. We do you feel yourself like, how proud are you?
Yeah, of course.
It's your people. When the national anthem of Armenia goes up, you just again you're gonna say have estrogen level low, but we get tears.
No, your estrogen's low, but it's okay, or high actually. It's okay. No, I appreciate what you're saying, and you're 100% spot on.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't mean to, pull all that out of you. I just wanted to...
Jokesters.
It's all good.
You really feel, Gary.
Feel great.
No, that's good. Any advice to any upcoming entrepreneur Armenians that you want to give from a banking side of things? Like anything to kind of give them inspiration on the, make the right steps to build their business?
Well, like Jack said, in acting, if they have the passion, they believe in what they're going to do, go for it.
Research it.
Go for it.
Practice.
And don't
study.
go fast, Like a lot of times I tell people, they start a business, man, it's great. And they want to go second location. And then it starts losing money, and then it collapses the first one. Once you settled, and then you're planning and move forward. There's a lot of, banking world. It's interesting. Well, a lot of customers will come and ask me, what's different about First Foundation Bank? Soon we're going to be Sunflower Bank, which is
What's different is the title.
Yeah, but what? But what is going to be? What's the difference, right?
Yeah.
It's the people who make that. I'm the different. Like you come, you bank with me. You don't go to 800 numbers or appointments and things like that. It's just you got to make it personal.
I'm just going to tell you real quick. This guy. He's my banker, okay, for High Jams. And this guy calls me and texts me, hey, did you know about this? Hey, did you know about, hey, don't forget about this. And hey, if you need help with your deposit, I got you. Like, I've never had a banker, I guess in the old days that was common, where bankers worked with their clients. Most banks now, they don't know your name. They didn't care less. When you come in, they treat you like crap. This guy calls you. It's the holiday. Hey, bro, happy Memorial Day. I hope you're having fun with your family. Who are you? You're my banker. I love it. It's the greatest thing ever. So that's why I really wanted to have you on is I really think the world of you, bro. I'm so thankful for whatever bank you go to, even if it's, the bank of Lompoc Prison. I am going to be putting my money there.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Paisan. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
It was fun with my brother.
Now, listen, real quick. Let's play. I want to play Jack's trailer.
Awesome.
It's theatrical trailer. It's a bunch of things he's done with a lot of celebrities we know. And do you mind if I play that?
No, not at all.
Let's do that. Then we'll do a quick break, and we'll come back with a real fast back and forth round that we usually do, and we'll wrap it up and call it a night. All right?
Awesome.
So we're back with Jack and Gary in just a minute on Between the Notes, High Jams Radio.
What are you doing here?
He set it up. I'm going on with him in magic.
Don't set it up.
Where's Barb? But honey, you have to go on by yourself, okay? And you have to say that you doctored the tape.
She cannot do that.
What do you work at the hotel? What's your name?
Mac Nehore. I am her attorney.
Good for you. Off. I'll take care of you for the rest of your life.
Mr. Sterling, V has given a statement to the NBA.
I'm talking to somebody here.
Ouch!
It's a salad.
The croutons stink.
None of you would be here if it wasn't for me.
I know.
If I were to give to Meals on Wheels, and my wife hates Meals on Wheels and is made jealous by Meals on Wheels, what can she do? She can be angry with me, but can she sue Meals on Wheels? No.
Then we need to keep raising the stakes until they back off.
Look, these kind of people, they just want to show in public who has the power. But what happens behind the curtain, that is negotiable.
We need to show them that I have the power.
I don't think that is the best approach.
But will you be my lawyer no matter what?
You are very Hollywood. Here you go.
Thank you very much. This one. This one's crossed out.
It's a cancellation.
Yeah?
That's before I can get a man out.
It always takes that long.
They were busy.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. And this is the list. And your name is?
Jack.
You all right, Jack? What's your last name, Jack?
Aboud. Sit down. This աղջիկը մաքուր է, ստուգել ես? So you don't want to see the car, huh?
No, I don't need to. He, like I said, he drove it yesterday, so.
It's a little unusual for someone to buy a car without seeing it. Okay, let's do it. And this buys what?
I need 2 clean cars that are fast and some firepower.
I trust we'd ever see you again.
Because I need that clean passport. Then I'm moving on. I get where I'm going. I got another $500,000 for you.
What are you planning, Frank?
You might say my ship's come in.
And who sails this ship?
That's very distressing news.
You know her? Any idea where she might be?
She said she was moving to Las Vegas. I gave her the books. I thought they might be of some solace. Remind her of home. That was, I don't know, 2 years ago.
Are you implying that I've created a false narrative for my own pursuits?
Is there another reason why you'd create a false narrative?
I don't lie. Saddam Hussein has mobile, chemical, and biological weapons labs. He has a nuclear program. He has ties to terrorists. And if you don't believe me, just ask the many other defectors and hear what they say. They will all tell you the same thing.
Don't they all get their information from you?
If you were wondering why it took so long for me to meet with you, it's this smug attitude.
Tell me your name.
Asim Bedi, look me up. I don't have any violations. My business is 1,000% legitimate.
Did you ask for their warrant, Dad?
Nemo, we have nothing to hide. Ignore him. He's not in charge.
Were you two working here Wednesday night?
Yes. Nemo tended bar with Chris, and I was managing the floor.
Do you remember this customer?
Of course. The big tipper. She's going to end up just like you. I mean, she doesn't know how to cook or clean. I don't think she even wants a husband. What am I supposed to do, huh? Beg another man to take her off my hands?
Looking for a one-stop shop that does it all? Everyone's buzzing about Grand Ridge Market. From A to Z, we've got your food needs covered. Craving premium meat? Our in-house butcher brings you the freshest cuts from around the world, even exotic selections. How about deli delights? Our deli is stocked with incredible cold cuts, fresh salads, and more. And don't forget the bakery. Every day, we serve up mouth-watering treats straight out of the oven. Need groceries? Our market has everything on your list. Plus, Plus, we've got an amazing selection of alcohol. Buy in bulk at nearly wholesale prices. We're conveniently located at 11118 Balboa in Granada Hills, just behind Trader Joe's. Stop by any day of the week or call us for catering at 747-239-1600. Grand Ridge Market, your Mediterranean one-stop shop.
Grand Ridge Market. Everything you need, all in one place. High Jams.
Welcome back to Between the Notes, brought to you by High Jams Radio. Paisan Kapitan back in the house. And don't forget, hit subscribe, hit like. Make sure you keep this thing going on YouTube and also be notified anytime we have a new show. You're going to love it. Let's welcome back Jack Topalian.
Hey.
Gary
Ketenchian.
See, he says it better. Ketenchian.
It's Ketenchian. Yeah.
Ketenchian.
Yeah.
Oh, well, why didn't you correct me?
Or Ketenchian.
That's what I was saying, but I had the white version.
You said it perfect.
Ketenchian. All right. Well, bear with me. All right. I'm in the culture by default. Anyway, welcome back, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a blast. I am.
Awesome time.
Yes.
And really great to get to know all of you. And what an amazing trailer. You've done some awesome work. I love it. Let's do our quick. I feel like it's a game show. The quick money round. It's not a money round. We just do ask some quick little things back and forth, and you just give us a one-word answer, or not one word, but just the first thing that comes to your head.
Okay.
We'll start with you, Jack. A better feeling, booking the role or hearing "cut, that was perfect"?
Booking the role.
Nice. Gary, cash or card?
Cash or card? Card.
Of course. You got some points on there. All right. Jack, one role you turned down that still haunts you.
Hasn't happened yet.
Oh! He said yes to everything, including those late nights.
I love it.
Honey, I didn't tell you about those.
Gary, big risk, or safe play? What's your
safe
style?
Play?
Yeah, I figured that. Yeah, based on what you said earlier. All right, Jack. You ever watch yourself back and thought, "Yeah, I'm definitely that guy"?
Couple of times, yeah. My kids have like, "Dad, that's you."
Yes. Gary, save it or spend it?
Save it.
All right. Can't take it with you, but still save it.
When you're young, actually. When you're young.
Yeah, when you're young. That's smart.
Yeah.
All right, Jack. Harder to earn, money in business or respect in Hollywood?
Respect in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If somebody offered you a multi-million-dollar successful company, but you couldn't act tomorrow, would you take it?
I'd think about it. Honestly, I mean, I'm a businessman, obviously, but I love what I do in the entertainment industry as an actor, as a writer. That would be a tough call. It'd have to be a lot of money in there. Maybe I'd take the money and then go make a movie with it.
But you'd have to stop acting. That would be the caveat.
I would put something in the contract maybe for like 6 months or something.
You know what? You just hang in there. Those multi-millions are coming with your parts anyway, so it's all good. Gary, gut feeling or numbers?
Gut feeling.
Wow, okay. That almost contradicts your safe play on a lot of things, but all right, I like it. And Jack, if you had to play one role forever, hero, villain, or boss, which one are you picking?
That is a tough one. Is there like a combination role? Because sometimes our heroes turn into villains.
That's true.
Sometimes
a lot of the characters are all three of those, yeah.
Yeah. I'd maybe like find a hybrid in there because it's like, they're all juicy. Villains are very fun to play.
Yeah.
I'll be boss. I've been a businessman, so I know what that feels like.
Yeah.
Hero, I think after a while, the hero would kind of get stale. It's like, so maybe a combination. We'll rewrite a new version.
All right. We're gonna let you get away with that. Normally we fight people on that kind of answer, but we'll let you go. We'll let you go on that.
I don't want to be typecast,
Gary, harder client, family or strangers?
Family.
Yeah, I know. Jack's a pain in the
ass. I don't even bank with him.
I'm just kidding.
Jesus. What are you trying to start a family feud here?
Well, got to get some ratings up,
You broke my heart, Freda.
All right, for both of you, success or peace? What's more important?
Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
Last one. Be respected or be remembered?
Be respected, because when you live, you want people to first you want to respect people, and you want people to respect you back.
Yeah.
I think after you're gone, it does, you have no control.
Who cares? Yeah. But also, if you're respected, you'll be remembered.
Yeah.
Usually.
Because remembered, how you going to be remembered? Good or bad? So respected.
Yeah, exactly.
Respect, yeah, definitely.
Man, I can't tell you how much of a great time I had tonight with both of you guys.
You mean that's it?
That's it. You want to do another hour? Listen, the reason why that's it is so we can excite people about coming back for your next interview.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Before we say goodbye, what do you want to promote that people should be looking for?
Well, like you said earlier, I'm coming up on Euphoria Season 3, a series recur. It's going to be an interesting show.
Yeah.
Because it takes place 5 years after the fact, and season premiere is on Sunday, April 12th.
Beautiful.
And it'll go on for 8 weeks. So
I'm
excited to see how that turned out, because I haven't seen a lot of the footages and I haven't seen a lot of the plot lines. So it's incredible. We got amazing actors, like Sydney Sweeney's and and a lot of other, talented people in front of the camera, behind the camera. So I'm excited to see that. And then after that, I'm on Sugar Season 2 with Colin Farrell. So I'm excited to see that, because I play a completely different character in that show. So
I love it.
I'm excited to see both of them, because when I'm at work, I'm an actor in front of the camera, but then I love to watch film and television. Like every night religiously before I go to bed, I have to watch something like an hour or two before I go to sleep.
That's great. So you're checking out other people's work, you're appreciating it, enjoying it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to know, because a lot of people, I should ask that question tonight, because a lot of people would be curious to know, like, are you like a typical guy? You make a bowl of popcorn and watch a movie, like.
Yeah. And I watch everything. I mean, everything from comedy to drama to crime, to fantasy, whatever. I mean, if it's good content.
Easy on the fantasy time. Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Fantasy like flying into
okay, all right.
Other universes, that kind of stuff.
I didn't want you on onlymobsters.com,
Monsters. Hey, there's a concept, monsters in space. That's been done.
There you go.
Maybe Hollywood can look into that.
Hey, it's copywritten. He said it here first.
There you go.
Gary, the bank is now Sunflower.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Okay, and
today was the first day.
Yeah. And so your location is Sherman Oaks?
Yeah.
All right. And how do people come find you?
We're located right where Italy 2000 is. It's
I know where that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
On Ventura there.
Actually, we're the last building in Sherman Oaks. The next block is Encino.
So, but forget about Sherman Oaks. You guys are you're around the country, because we have people listening everywhere.
Clients actually out of states. I have clients in Tennessee, Minnesota, Arizona.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't even met some of these clients. They bank with me. It's all nowadays. It's all technology.
Yeah. I love it.
Things like
Thank you for everything you do. Seriously, sincerely. We had a lot of fun today, but I wanted to make sure I looked you in the eye and say, I really respect you, and I really appreciate you. And I'm sure the Armenian community does too.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for having us. It was awesome to be with my cousin.
Yes.
I always love watching his interviews. I think he's so talented, and every time I see him, I'm proud.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
Are you going to start crying again?
No.
All right.
It'll be good crying.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Jack Topalian and Gary Ketenchian.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thanks
close
for having
enough.
us, man. We had a great time.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and make sure you also come back and join us next week. Listen to us on iHeartRadio at the High Jams Radio channel. We'll see you next time on High Jams Between the Notes. This is Paisan Kapitan saying good night.
High Jams Radio.